Good evening, my beloved Warcraft community. It is I, Lore Master Constellate, Multi-Gladiator, Top 1000 Arena Master, and good friend of the Warcraft lore community. Today we will be discussing the controversial topics regarding the General of Silvermoon turned vengeful spirit, Sylvanas Windrunner, and her turn to the darkness and potential redemption by the closing of the Shadowlands story arc. Before we get started, quick shout out to my guild Always Proper for defeating the legendary Ragnaros and receiving the legendary 3% chance bindings of the Windseeker. If you are a Warcraft player, you definitely know what these bindings are used for. Anyways, back to the discussion. This protagonist turned bad guy has been a part of our favorite digital world for over a decade and has undergone numerous trials and errors throughout her debut. Many have fallen into hatred towards the Banshee Queen for the atrocities committed, well deserved in my opinion, throughout the storyline. But what if we delved deeper in hopes of a better understanding of Sylvanas and her motives leading up to and after her undoing? So Sylvanas Windrunner has been one of the longest and most complex and compelling characters within the Warcraft universe. Her narrative follows the classic hero's journey cycle, taking her on vast endeavors from trials of revenge, greed, conviction, plenty of evil doings, and ultimately a potential attempt at redemption. While her actions have stirred an intense debate within our community, her journey alone has developed her into a well-crafted character that is evolved and aligns with one of the oldest and most compelling storytelling platforms, and that is the hero's story cycle. So to begin, we'll discuss Sylvanas when she starts off as a noble and skilled leader of the High Elven Rangers and her defense of Quel'Thalas from unknown threats. So if you don't know what Quel'Thalas, I'm sure many of you do know, that is the old ancient High Elven city, also known as Silvermoon. It was eventually attacked by Arthas Menethil, who led the Undead Scourge to invade Quel'Thalas and ultimately permanently scarring and burning the land and nearly committing genocide of all the High Elf people. Sylvanas, during this battle, she goes from beloved Ranger General, leader of the armies of the High Elves, to being slain by Arthas, the Lich King, and is raised again as a banshee, soulless and enslaved to his will. We're going to watch a quick video to recap this. I know the Warcraft community loves these videos. I got some of the content creators on YouTube. I was able to use some of their videos, and of course I'm going to shout them out for the video credit. So we're going to start off here.
Run!
Man, she really tried to 1v1 the Lich King there. I don't know what she was thinking. So as you can see there, our beloved Ranger General thought it was smart to 1v1 the Lich King, who is probably about 200 times as powerful as her, is slain and her soul is forced to watch the atrocities that are overcoming her people and her land. watching young high elves and nobles die to the hands of the Lich King and his undead army. Her soul forever trapped in a ruined blade, and her body cursed to live as a banshee under his dominion. Video messed up there. Give me a second. So here's an image of Sylvanas. This is artwork done by Blizzard, one of the artists at Blizzard. They did a fantastic job. Sorry, the rendering is kind of poor quality here, but that is a picture of Arthas riding his steed known as Invincible. Kind of a weird name for a tyrannical undead king's horse, but here we are. Slaying her, and the light piercing out of her body is her soul being drained into the rune blade, and her body being forever transformed into that of undeath. So later on within the story, Sylvanas is raised up from undeath, and her only goal in life is to defeat the Lich King. During this time, she develops some friendships with the Horde and eventually leads the undead people who were defeated by Arthas but later freed of their will. In this cinematic, we're going to watch Sylvanas Windrunner shed a little bit of compassion for her people. And unfortunately, we're going to watch War Chief Vol'jin, Troll War Chief of the Horde, fall in battle. Now, I know the Warcraft community likes to get through these videos and watch them as a whole because we love WoW, right? We love Warcraft. But for the sake of this hopefully short video, we're going to go ahead and skip through some portions.
They're coming from behind! Cover the flame!
War Chief!
Do not let the Horde die this day.
So as you can see there, the Horde is being decimated on a battlefield, fighting against the Burning Legion. Now Sylvanas does not have a soul, but for some reason chooses to save the armies of the Horde. Witnessing the fall of the War Chief, she shows compassion, swoops him up on her horse, and he tells her, "Do not let the Horde fall this day." So she blows her Valkyr horn, summons undead angels from the sky to save her people, and she flees from combat in hopes that no more of her brethren will fall in battle. This may be one of the last times we see Sylvanas as a banshee, showing mercy and compassion for her own people. The storyline takes a drastic turn. Sylvanas has been crowned War Chief of the Horde after the fall of Vol'jin. The decision was unanimous and presented to her by the former War Chief as he was dying. Sylvanas uses her new control and power over the Horde to commit atrocities all across Azeroth. One atrocity that everyone in the Warcraft community remembers and will never forget is the burning of Teldrassil.
Life is pain. Hope fails. Now you understand. turn to grieve, you'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy. And that is a war you'll never win. You can kill us, but you cannot kill hope.
Sylvanas is looking down at a night elf here, and the night elf tells her that you can kill us, but you cannot kill hope. The importance of this is that throughout Sylvanas' storyline, she starts to see life and death as a big cosmic game. She truly believes that hope itself is a weakness. So out of anger from hearing these words, rather than accept them and understand them wholeheartedly, out of anger, she orders the destruction of the great world tree Teldrassil. The importance of the destruction you're about to see is Teldrassil is a world tree of the planet. When it gets burned down, the planet itself bleeds, it cries in agony. And amongst and atop all other things, Teldrassil is also the home of the Night Elf people. By burning Teldrassil, she killed hundreds upon thousands of Night Elves, pushing them to near genocide. Which, if you look back at the beginning of her story in the beginning of this video, isn't that what Arthas did to her people? He went in, scarred the land, massacred people, and made Sylvanas watch. And you're about to see Sylvanas do the same thing to these people, and she makes this poor Night Elf who is dying watch.
Can't I? Burn it. Burn it!
Evil, evil deeds. She's becoming the one thing she hated the most, the one thing that in her former life never wanted to be. She is the complete opposite of the hero we once knew.
Life is pain.
We're going to skip through some of this video, but it's very important that we watch it as a whole. Many of you recognize just the starting image here. This is the new Lich King. The former Lich King that raised Sylvanas into undeath was later slain by the Horde in the Alliance. But unfortunately, if no one wears this crown, the undead scourge will tear across Azeroth and kill everybody. So in order to mitigate that and to save the world, to save the apocalypse, an Alliance hero named Bolvar Fordragon, jeez, and I call myself a lore master. Anyways, in order to prevent the apocalypse, Bolvar took up the mantle of the Lich King to have dominion over the Scourge, to control them so they would not wreak havoc over Azeroth. The importance of this video is Sylvanas is now challenging the new Lich King, showcasing her complete turn to darkness, leading to potentially no path of redemption.
The veil between life and death. Where a usurper sits on a frozen throne.
Notice here how the once enslaved, controlled Banshee Queen, who is controlled by the Lich King, is now putting the Lich King in shackles and having dominion over him.
Unfit to wear this crown. To wield so much power.
That power will be your prison.
This world is a prison. Set us all free.
So in that video, you witness Sylvanas Windrunner face the Lich King. Defeating him and taking his crown. With this, she helps tear open the way to the Shadowlands, causing suffering on a cosmic scale. So when the Lich King's power was weakened, Sylvanas breaks free from his control, gathers the Forsaken, becoming their new leader, embracing undeath, and her path to only vengeance. At this point in time, we have lost all hope for Sylvanas. Nothing lies within her but vengeance and hate. Sylvanas has become the thing she most hates. Oh, that should not be in there. That was an accident. Who would put that? Chat, clip that. So the Shadowlands have been split open. We're now going to dabble into Sylvanas' betrayal of her own people, the Horde. In this video, you are going to witness a dramatic moment. Sylvanas denounces the Horde, calling it nothing, before fleeing to the Shadowlands. After slaying a beloved hero of the Horde, High Warlord Saurfang. Rest in peace, King. Sorry, chat, we skipped a little bit.
Lives will be lost.
Video courtesy of Blizzard
Or
Entertainment,
perhaps
by the way.
just one. Sylvanas Windrunner! I challenge Makora!
A traitor leading traitors. Why should I accept your challenge?
You want to make me suffer. Brother, you cannot win.
My old friend. You and I.
We don't get to hide.
I set you on this path.
Alright,
And
we're gonna
we
skip the
knew where it
emotional
could
stuff
lead.
here. It's really sad.
Walk
We're
with
gonna
me.
get to the fight.
The rest of the way. Let it be finished.
The High Overlord falls. I trusted you. And so did they. Death comes, old soldier. And all their hope dies with you.
You cannot kill hope.
What did he just say? You cannot kill hope. Remember the Night Elf? Now watch Sylvanas' reaction to this.
You tried at Teldrassil. You failed. Hope remains. You set us to kill each other at Lordaeron. You failed. Here we stand. You just keep failing. The Horde will endure. The Horde is strong.
The Horde is nothing! You are all nothing!
For Azeroth!
If you could see
Rest in
yourselves
peace, King.
as I see you. Toy soldiers in tin plate. Beasts who howl for honor. Standing as one. Savor it. Nothing lasts.
It's probably one of the most emotional videos Blizzard has ever put out. High Warlord Saurfang has been with us since the beginning of the Warcraft universe. So witnessing this happen was a dramatic shift in the storyline. Seeing Sylvanas' betrayal shocked a lot of people. We knew it was coming. We did not know it would come with the price of Saurfang. Rest in peace. So Sylvanas aligns with Zoval, also known as the Jailer. He is in control of the Maw, which is essentially hell in real life terms. She believes that his vision of breaking the cycle of life and death is just, and that there is nothing wrong with doing so. Sylvanas ushers in the Shadowlands, wreaking havoc across the world. The heroes of the Alliance and the Horde enter the Shadowlands in hopes of saving the world again for the 12th time. All is lost, or so it seems. Sylvanas has committed atrocities, genocides, betrayed her own people, slain their hero. But a glimmer of hope still remains. In this video, you will watch as Sylvanas makes her first attempt at redemption for all her atrocities. We're gonna skip some. A lot of this is unreal.
We already have what we need!
Too long I endured the Maker's flawed design. I will forge a new reality, where all shall serve.
So if you notice here, Sylvanas in the back of her mind, she can hear the call of the Lich King, ushering in servitude across the land, the very person who enslaved her. She is now having a moment of realization that she all along has been a pawn to the jailer, who has been treating her as if he has control and dominion over her, and does not want to bring balance to the world in which she once hoped was his ideals, the promises he made to her of balancing the world. She was confused, lied to, and betrayed. So in this very moment, Sylvanas makes her first choice at redemption.
I will never serve.
Still chained by mortality. You did help restore something stolen from me. Allow me to repay you in kind. To their mercy. Come, be the first to witness reality's end.
Reach me.
So if you notice at the very end there, Zoval betrays Sylvanas after Sylvanas betrays Zoval, the jailer. The jailer then reaches into like a, I guess you'd say a pocket dimension, and pulls out a crystal containing her soul that was stolen from her from the Lich King. A little TLDR here that Sylvanas wasn't aware of at the time. The jailer was the Lich King's boss, so this whole entire time, she had been working for the very thing she hates the most. Controlled essentially by the exact same person and strung along this entire time. That video is courtesy of Athelarius, great content creator. He puts these videos out all the time. Thank you so much for allowing me to take this video and use it for this presentation. Moving forward, Sylvanas has gotten her soul back. She's now reliving all the atrocities she has committed. Now that she has a soul, she feels all the pain and all the emotions and all the suffering she has caused, and she has faced great remorse and tragedy and is trying to make it right. So in this final video, we will witness Sylvanas' last attempt at redemption. As punishment, Tyrande Whisperwind, who is the leader of the Night Elves, you know, the people that were nearly gone extinct due to Sylvanas' action at Teldrassil, they demand justice. Sylvanas is forced to confront the weight of her crimes. Goodness.
Sylvanas Windrunner, the time for your judgment is at hand.
Of Tyrande Whisperer.
Entrusting justice to your most fervent adversary. Are there any gathered here who object to this fate? So be it.
What game do you play now, Banshee? The Sylvanas I hunted would never submit to the blade of her enemy.
Death would be a merciful end, Tyrell. And I do not expect your mercy.
Your newfound remorse might be genuine, but it can never erase all you have done. There will be no peace for you, Windrunner, until there is peace for the souls of your victims. The prisoner is in my charge now. Bring her! Below lies the Maw, an unjust fate.
Remember, chat, the Maw is essentially hell, full of condemned souls. A lot of souls that didn't deserve to go to hell or the Maw have been trapped down there due to the jailer in Sylvanas. Innocent people, people who just lived their lives, all those night elves, everyone that was killed for no reason, did not do anything wrong, no harm, good people, their souls were condemned to hell through her decision making.
To which you doomed so many. And it will be there that your penance begins. Every soul lost in its depths, betrayed or condemned, you shall find and send forth to the Arbiter, to be judged with the compassion all souls deserve. You will toil there, under Dorotha's watchful eye, scouring every darkened reach, until the final soul is free, and you are all that remains. This is how you shall bring renewal to your victims, and my people.
However long it takes, it shall be done.
Undo Falador, old friend. Watch her well.
Video courtesy of the one and only Leystv. If you need any help in World of Warcraft or want to catch up on Warcraft lore, he is your guy. Please go ahead and like his YouTube channel, like his Twitch stream. Leystv is a legend in the community. Sylvanas Windrunner's hero's journey is unique. She starts as a heroic figure, falls into villainy, and ultimately seeks redemption. Her transformation is marked by tragedy, power struggles, betrayal, and regret, making her one of Warcraft's most complex characters. Constellate, how does any of this correlate with our everyday lives, struggles, and perils? Well, I'm so glad you asked, Warcraft community. I know you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Well, the unfortunate piece here is life is unpredictable and full of world-shattering events. Sylvanas had it all, and on a fateful day lost everything she held dear to her. Sylvanas' early life was built around servitude and the protection of what she held most valuable, and I am sure many of us in our lives share the same values and feel the same way. So just as Sylvanas was ushered into darkness when Arthas massacred her people and turned her to undeath, we encounter in our lives moments that break us, and sometimes when faced with immense pain and suffering, we resist the conviction and will to change and allow ourselves to become what we hate most out of resentment. We suffer the same anger and resentment that Sylvanas shared. I mean, we don't really commit genocide or any of that craziness, but we do drown in our own perils. And Sylvanas struggled with trusting others, being the kind of person to only do what is best for her and her own goals, rather than that of her people and of her peers. In our everyday lives, we face inner conflicts, our trust shattered, and the fear of making the right choice is overbearing. We may at times feel lost, leading us to attempt to justify our own inner destruction, believing there is no redemption for us, no redeeming ourselves, and that what we have done is what we become. What we are is who we are. There's no changing that. When Sylvanas was betrayed by the jailer, she finally began to seek the truth. She realized she had been blind to the suffering she caused the world around her. In our lives, there comes times when we see past our own pain and recognize the damage we have done to others and ourselves. And in real life, redemption isn't about apologizing for what you have done, but actually attempting to make things right and atone for our own sins. And I believe that's what Sylvanas did here. She followed the hero's journey through and through. A lot of darkness here. A lot of not so good stuff. But I like this storyline because she starts out honorable and just and was trying to do the right thing and protect her people, and had everything stripped from her, even her very own soul. She did horrible things. She wasn't herself entirely. She didn't have her soul. So her whole life was built around what a vengeful spirit is, something that seeks revenge at any cost, something that only wants to do harm to that which does harm to itself. What do you guys think? Go ahead and leave some comments below, and thank you all for coming here, watching this with me, and listening to me stutter and blabber. Thank you, Warcraft community. This is Constellate. I'm out.